Hello, hello. Here I am. Oh, better plug in. Ah, notice battery low. Battery low, man. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Getting the battery in there. So good morning, good morning. Hey, Shar, how are you? Whew, how many days straight now? So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So thank you. And I did 2 TikToks today. I gotta brush up on those. Those are um need a little bit more, I guess, editing to do those. I don't know, TikTok kind of still, it's one of those weird ones that a few people have told me to do it, oh, you're gonna build an audience. I'm like, okay, I'll do it, I'll put it out there. It's one of those other things too. You have to get 1,000, I think 1,000 people, um, in order to start doing lives and stuff. So that's the other thing. You can't just go and do lives. I love doing lives because it's like, here I am. This is what I'm doing. And if I if I if I fumble and bumble, then I fumble and bumble. C'est la vie. It is what it is. So, but I don't think Canadians can make money off of TikTok, to my knowledge. I mean, they didn't used to. Somebody said they might have changed. I don't know. With all the censoring and stuff like that, I don't know. It's one of those things. Social media is a fast and changing industry, and there's so many different outlets that are out there, for people to utilize and use. And you just got to find your audience. You got to find where you're comfortable. I used to love Periscope. Periscope, I loved. When I started doing Periscope, it was very, short, but they were lives, and you could, there was a connection with so many different people. So maybe TikTok will be that. I'm not sure. We will just go along with it. So, what is going on with the 411 today? I've been a wee bit um looking at taking action. So, that's the energy of today. It's like about what am I going to take action with, but giving your heart what it wants. So, if you're going to take the action, you got to take the action with what you want to take action with. It's not just taking action and then, oh, I'm going to take action and go do this, and your heart's not in it. So, number one, your heart has to be in it, right? Hi, Monica. But if your heart isn't in it, if your heart isn't there, it's not going to work. So, start to exploring new opportunities, and especially as the sun is still in Cancer. So, this is like a great exploration, and it's really um, important. Well, I think it's important. It might not be important to you, but I think it'd be great to find out where is Cancer in your chart? What house is it in? So then you can get an idea of what it is that maybe more of what you need to be working on. So, like my Cancer's in the first house. So the first house is Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and my Mars is in the sixth house, which is in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Yet the sixth house is also, so it goes on like that. Sixth house is also Virgo, and what is Virgo? Virgo's ruled by Gemini, and where is my Virgo? My house. So anyways, it can get very layered and complicated, but that's what I love about astrology, because that you go through all these layers, and as you're sifting through it, you get to a point of saying, okay, I get it. This is like a regeneration. This is a time to be brave and courageous and really stand out with your passion and desires, and not make yourself small. If you've been making yourself small, this isn't the time to make yourself small. This is a time to communicate, create, get involved with the groups that you want to get involved, or the things that you want to start learning more about, and connecting with those groups, connecting with those ideas. So it's very fiery, because there is that beautiful grand trine that I was telling you, two grand trines that are coming up, one in water and the other in fire. So they're very magical. So this is very magical energy of utilizing your intuition, utilizing your desires and combining them. And that's the whole, when you are beginning to create something, it's like as it's a spark, it's a passion, it's an idea, right? And you begin to sort of sketch it out. What do you want to do? What is that all about? And so you start to sketch it out. You sort of start to write it out, maybe draw it out, moodle it out. And it could be many different things that you want, that you think. But some of them you might think, oh, that's so stupid. But begin to do it for you. Don't begin to say, I'm going to create this for the masses, right? So begin to create something that you want to create for you. So this could be, I don't know, a blanket. Begin to create it for you. Begin to specialize and bring in that uniqueness of you within that spark. Then you're going to start, ideas are going to start coming in. So you start writing the ideas, you start exploring what that is. And many times we can get very clogged up with what we're doing on a regular basis within the outside world. Clogged up, meaning that we are in a job that we don't like, or we feel obligated that we have to be in this job, or we feel obligated that we have to be doing this. Yet that energy's draining you, that energy's sapping whatever it is, that other things that you are wanting to do. So this is really taking a specific look at the things that you are wanting to create, the things that you are wanting to bring forth, and really taking that time. Now, I started two more Kriyas. I started a Sashana Kriya, which is a Kriya for prosperity and abundance, which is I've taught this Kriya before with a group of people, and it's a 40-day one. And I've also started another Kriya as well. So, the three Kriyas that I'm doing work together. So they're not like all over the place type of Kriya. There was a Kriya for, I didn't need to do a Kriya for Callie, just saying. I don't need to bring her in right now. Not at this time. I got enough craziness and nuttiness going on in my life, let alone bringing lovely Callie in to create more chaos. Will I say? Can I say chaos? Does she bring chaos? Yes, she does. She is the goddess of chaos. So the kriyas that I'm doing are helping me to bring in what it is that I'm desiring. What are the kind of ideas that I want to start doing? And so, as I said, it's writing them down. It's looking at what it is that you want to do. So I just wanted to get the name. The other Kriya is for achievement, to activate your positive mind. So to bring in positivity and bring in that positive mind. So I started with self-reliance, which I started on the 12th. Yesterday, I started the activation for the positive mind and the Kriya for prosperity and wealth. Each of these Kriyas are approximately 30 minutes long. And now a Kriya is it's what we do. It's a Kundalini, and it's different positions that you hold with different mantras that you do. So some of them have different mantras, different breath works that you do. In doing the Kriyas, it is it's allowing for meditation. It's coming into bringing in the art of balancing myself spiritually, and allowing myself to come into more of alignment of what I need for my own self. So this is bringing in that self-reliance. This is bringing, that energy of creativity and ideas and opening up. And especially for the Kriya for self-reliance is opening up the third chakra, and or the bottom three chakras, I should say. So opening up the bottom three chakras, because many of us do live from our heart chakra, but our lower chakras are not open. So opening up our bottom chakras is actually allowing us to pay attention to where your inner self is guiding you to clear. and to clear that karma. And when we look at, say, where the nodes are at this time, and the nodes are in Taurus and they're in Scorpio. So these nodes are going to be moving to a new sign. And this is going to be that when they're transiting from the alpha degrees of Taurus and Scorpio, finishing up any lessons and bringing anything and opportunities for us to learn, where Taurus is about financials. Taurus brings in health and well-being, our values, and what we need to do for self. Where Scorpio is unresolved karma, suppressed trauma, emotions, the shadow that needs addressing. So when, with Scorpio can be an intense journey, but it can also be cathartic and profoundly transformational. So this energy and what I'm doing, and what the energy is where it is now, it's allowing us to step into this. And when you got the energies and the doorways that are opening for us to be able to do this, it allows for things to be less chaotic. Not saying they're not going to be chaotic, but it brings in where they're going to be less chaotic. So where, the many times where we're here at the heart, this is where Taurus seeks to solidify and embody and bringing things into a solid form that is stable and endearing. Where Scorpio seeks out to, through death of old forms that are no longer valuable, and ultimately moves you forward to the rebirthing. So Taurus can hold on while Scorpio lets go. So we bring in the mundane, we bring in that because it's fixed. So we're bringing in these fixed things. And Scorpio, brings in, that shadow, things that are hidden. And Taurus brings in that light and beauty. And being in Cancer season, we have about 25 more days left of Cancer season. This is bringing in this beautiful energy to help us to create the mothering, that helps us to create the love that we need. Because so many times we have such undigested emotions and trauma and pain cause us to not fully be embodied. We don't want to go in our body because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. What I love about the Kriyas, it allows you to get into your body through different positions, through different breath work, and through different mantras. And many spiritual people, as I said, we're living from the heart chakra, and be compassionate, but are they able to connect, are able to connect to the spirit, to the crown chakra? So they love to live up here. Like, it's great to live up here, but the lower chakras are not being tended to, and they're suppressed emotions. That means we have to be in contact with this world. We have to be connected with this world because we live here. We live on this earth walk. This is our earth walk. So enlightenment is when the entire body is filled with light, which means the shadow have been brought through to the light and seen and integrated. So this is why, enlightenment is the destructive process, right? We don't, it's not, when we're becoming enlightened, it's not all fairies and unicorns. It demands a shattering of untruth and illusions, and starting the untruths and illusions of ourselves. So this sounds very Plutonian, but this is, why as we go through these solar gates, as we enter into this pathway of enlightenment, it's followed by a path of embodiment. We have to embody it. That's why I was saying this week could be very traumatic for many people, could be very difficult for many people, because it is an emotional week. There's water here and there's fire. So it's bringing that energy in for us to bring in that transformation, along with Uranus or Neptune coming in and stopping and going to go retrograde. This is bringing in like a tidal wave of, as I said before, the fog, bringing in a tidal wave of insurance and not really knowing exactly what it is that we want to do. So yes, Charlene, go to work. So we need to look at these energies that we need to bring forth. And with this energy and with this process, this is where we have the summer solstice, we had the highest light, we start to descend and bring the light down in, and this is where we are right now. We are bringing that energy down and in. We need to get out and we need to sun gaze. We need to connect with the sun. We need to connect with that energy, and just to allow ourselves to feel the warmth of that within us and around us and through us. And the process is kind of like the wheel of fortune. So in the tarot cards, which what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up. And it's the internal cycle of the light and shadow, the life and the death. And many mystical traditions have symbols of this: the yin and the yang, the tree of the life, the Star of David, the Oribus. So, like the branches of the world tree, our roots need to reach down to hell while our branches reach into the heavens. So it's like this connection. We are the conduit, the in between of the above and the below. As Rumi said, both light and shadow are the dance of love. And we're bringing in this dance and we're allowing ourselves to take a deeper journey. And today's a beautiful day to begin a deeper journey and paying attention to the dreams and the messages and the information that's coming forth to you and writing it down. Write it down. Don't just keep it up in here and think that's a great idea. No, write those ideas down. There's, where you can start doing different little searches. If you want to start, say, I don't know, I got a making a blanket. So there's something to do with making a blanket. So making a blanket, you want to make a blanket and you don't, like I've been trying to crochet and I am not the best crochet person. It seems to fuck up by the third row. So I have to tear it all apart and start all over again. Been doing that for a while now. So this is where it's like, okay, it's something that I have to, if I want to create this blanket, I have to learn how to do this, and not just chuck it aside. So there might be something there that you have to learn. Maybe it's also that you want to start an endeavor of some kind of new job or some kind of new financial earnings that you want to create for yourself. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Right. So that's, when we have this energy, this is what this beauty of this energy is bringing us. And it's not easy work, right? Because as we're going on this newness and as we're embarking on this beautiful energy, right? As we started like 3 times because I can't. I had trying to do a baby blanket and exactly started, I can knit, but I decided I'd want it to crochet. Anyway, so I'm trying this crocheting, joined a club. Watch the video. Still doesn't make sense to my head, but that's fine. I can embroider, I can sew, I can paint, so the crocheting is a challenged one. So, but it's something to embark on and see what happens. So, but that's the thing. There's other things too that you might have that you're having a passion about. Maybe there's something about food. My one girlfriend makes fabulous Caesar salad dressing. Oh my God, her dressing is to bomb. It is her Caesar salads are just so great. And you don't think much of a Caesar salad. A Caesar salad, croutons if you want to add bacon and Parmesan. But her salad dressing, I don't know what it is or what she puts in it. It tastes really good. And she doesn't overdo her salads. So there could be something there. Maybe you have something that you create, but you don't think much of it. Write down the idea. I mean, one of her, I think her opening up a little cafe with just Caesar salads. Why not? Why not? This is where it's like, okay, why can't I just do this one thing? So it's not making it over extravagant. Other things can come along. But this could be that you want to create maybe one particular thing, or you like one particular way of, maybe it's a picture, maybe it's poetry, maybe it's creating some kind of elixir to add into your tea or your lemonade or something magical. So this is, you have an idea, write it down. Write it down, right? Because this is you creating your ideas, and then you can put it up and you can sell it online, or you could go to markets or whatever it is. Don't let things stop you. There's going to be obstacles that say, well, I'm not allowed to do that. I don't have enough money. I can't, you can't be doing that. Figure it out. There's always ways around things. Trust me. I'm very good at figuring out on ways around, right? And embrace the things. Embrace it. And never know where it's going to lead you. You just have to allow it and open yourself to it. And that's where we are with this energy. That's why it's so that's why it's so intense. That's why it's so intense. And the energies are so intense out there, and the craziness is so intense out there. It's the things that transform within 8 hours are crazy, where it's like this and then it's like this. It's like jumping from it's like being bipolar right now. You're jumping from one timeline into another timeline. And it's like you can go from crazy nuttiness of sadness and to erotic joy and fabulous in the next moment. That's how erotic and crazy this energy is. And it's bringing that energy so that it's allowing us to experience all of these beautiful, tantalizing energies, and allowing us to bring forth the taste and the substance and the color. And I just got this like down in my soul. I just want to bring it up, this beautiful, sparkly energy for us to embark on. Yet it's work. It's work. It's not just, when people think that, oh, you're a light worker, it's all going to be, hunky dory and everything's going to be so beautiful and fairy like and unicorns. Well, there are times like that, yes, but otherwise it's a day to day where you have to wake up and you have to say thank you. It's every day that you have to come in and you have to say, okay, how am I going to embark on this? How am I going to embrace this energy today for me? And that's so where it's at. So find where you can embark on the energies today. Excuse me, where you can bring in your creativity and your love and your joy and what you want. Start making a list of the things you want to do for you. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that taste like? Right? And, the thing is that it could be the scrumptious of the crema rising to the top and allowing for you to have that sweetness. When you know that there's many different layers, there's a deep down layer, and the deep down layer of that is the root. But there's the in between where it just comes in, where it's just almost to the top, almost to that beautiful, where you just scoop it off. And that's where a lot of the sweetness is. But you have to make it, you have to create it, you have to step into it. So there you guys go. Have a blessed one. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you do. Like and subscribe. Push the notification button. And we will talk to you tomorrow. All right. So have a blessed one, everybody. And start making a list of the things that you love and the things you want to start doing for you first. You got to start with you, then move from you, and move on from there. Blessed be. See you guys later. Bye-bye.